NFTV Extra.
I think that, yeah, first and foremost, the new owners have been fantastic. Amanda, Mirda, Jamie, they've all been top draw. I think the transparency that they have with the players has been good, because the communication lines were there from the word go. Anything that needed, to be spoken about, you could always speak about it, and I feel like that was really, really nice. It's personable. It was like they were, you could have a conversation with them easily. It wasn't like a barrier between owner and players or staff. It was very much open and honest, which I think everyone appreciated, and I think the fans appreciate the communication was far, far better. So as I said, that was a key thing, because I said, for me, communication is key. Even if it's not what the fans want to hear sometimes, but at least I feel like that's better. I feel like even if it's something that you don't particularly like or agree with, at least you've been told and there's no grey area. Because I feel like when you run with a football club, I feel like if there's grey areas, you're in trouble, because it just makes everything more, anxiety becomes more, doesn't it? I feel like it's heightened. So, they've done that straight away, and they said they're very good people. That's first and foremost. They want to do things right. They want to make the area not just the football club, but they want to obviously invest in the area. And as I feel that they'll be fantastic for the football club. And then the manager, people might look at it and go, well, didn't exactly play much, and he left you out of a 25-man squad. But as a manager, as a person, top draw. From the moment he came in, I think I said this before, I knew within a week of analysing and seeing what we were doing and how he was going to go about things that we would be perfectly fine, because he's got an aura about him. He's got a strong aura. He's very calm. He knows exactly what he wants and how he wants to do things, and he relays that to the players in a very easy way to understand. Don't get me wrong, he's very demanding in training, in games. He wants to see improvement. He wants to see things done the right way. But he's, first and foremost, as a man, as a guy, I said, can't fault him. He was very, very helpful for me, especially in times of difficulty with injuries. I think he understood that, because I think he had a lot of injuries in his career as well. But as a coach, was there every day, right? Was coaching every day, and that's a big thing for me. And I think for all the players, is when a manager comes in and he's coaching. He's not, obviously he's got his staff, he's got his coaching staff, but he's the one driving it. He's the one there. He would be there at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and he wouldn't leave until 6, 7 o'clock at night. Like when he first joined, he wasn't even seeing Newcastle. It was dark when he got there, and it was dark when he left. But But when you see that as a manager, as a player, you just think, wow, like he's put his whole life into this situation. We have to follow, and I feel like that structure and that desire from him, I think, filtered through the whole training ground and the whole staff, playing staff, non-playing staff. I think it just upped the levels of commitment and upped the levels of hard work. And then, as I said, you see the results. It didn't happen straight away, but it was no coincidence that eventually it did turn, and that's purely because of, as I said, the management, the structure of the sessions, the hard work in the sessions, and it changed it all. But I said I can't really commend the manager, and not just the manager, but his staff as well. JT, Tinners, Perchy, all of them, and Bonner, obviously from previous, all of them made a massive impact on the lads and on the staff. And as I said, it's credit to them, because it was no mean feat to come from where we came from as a club to where we finished was quite remarkable. And I must admit, I was quite surprised that he didn't get manager of the season. But as I said, hopefully next year it'll be a good one for the club. And as I said, it's a fresh start for everybody, a fresh clean slate. Everyone's on 0 points, and we'll see where the club finishes.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season next season. Just a tiny quick one from me, Isaac, because I know you've got to shoot. I just want to know what sort of the players' WhatsApp group was like during takeover night when you're seeing the scenes outside St James's Park with hashtag cans everywhere, going into that Spurs game, because that the day of the Spurs game, I don't know if the players would have known at the time, but 3 hours before the kickoff, it was like a carnival outside St James's Park. That day will stay with me forever. It was the best 3-2 defeat I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Well, we knew when the takeover happens. Obviously, everyone was talking about it, and that it was finally going to happen because, obviously, years before we'd had about 4 or 5 takeover. We're going to get taken over, and it's like, no, we're not. Then it's going to get taken. Oh no, it's not. So we kind of were like hesitant a little bit, especially the lads that have been there a long time. We're thinking, oh, is it going to happen? Is it not? And obviously, when it got formally announced and everything, it was just everyone was just happy because at the end of the day, we play for the club, we play for the fans. We obviously knew the fans are going to be happy with the situation, and I feel like I said before, I can speak for myself. If you can contribute to a football club in a positive way, and if you leave, you've left it in a better position than when you first came, and that's obviously what you want as a player. You know, you want to be able to come in there and contribute to a football club in a positive way and not in a negative way. Obviously, everyone is different, but for me, I sat there and thought, well, you know, I've done my best. We've started in a negative light, getting relegated, and then we've obviously finished it in a good way. And it was only going to improve every player by getting new owners in, getting more money, getting more infrastructure. It was only going to make you better. So everyone was excited about it. And I said the Tottenham game was incredible atmosphere when they got announced, and you know the whole atmosphere was crazy. Then obviously Will scored early, and it was like it's just going crazy. And then again, we were in a leading position again, and then we lost the game. But as I said, I think everyone kind of knew from that moment that it was going to be progression. Even though we lost the game, it was an entertaining game, and everyone knew from that moment that it was moving forward rather than negativity, and always hoping. And I think that was the biggest thing, is that it gave hope to the football club. You could see that in the fans' reaction. It gave everybody a lift. It gave the players a lift, the staff a lift. So it was a good day.